is Gemma. I know it's very hard to be on camera, but everyone absolutely applauds you for your strength in doing this. How did you start on the journey to challenge the mortgage?
In 2021, I started researching and realised that there was no such thing as a mortgage. Did a SAR to them in 2021.
DSAR?
Yeah, so a DSAR on June, it got process served to them on the 14th of June. Didn't hear anything back. It all went dead, so forgot about it, life goes on. Last year I got a notice on my door, the same as what I did this year. They said they were coming on the 24th of May, so I was here on my own. 9 of them all turned up to my door with hammers and crowbars, threatening to knock my door in. I rang the police. The police was actually on my side. They said they can't break in, they can't do anything, we'll come, just stay there. They went and sat over on the wall over there. 4 hours passed, I hadn't heard anything. They just got up and left. Didn't think anything of it. 2 days later, another bloke come and put another notice on my door saying that they were coming on the 5th of June. Took the day off again. 5th of June come, nobody turned up. So I thought that's fine, they've obviously not come in. And then the 22nd of April this year, some intimidating man come and stuck 2 notices on my door. Didn't knock, didn't do anything, just stuck it on because I sit on the doorbell. And the notices that said that they're coming again today. I then went to the court to ask for the case file so I could have a look through it all, because I've not received any paperwork, no anything. And they said that that was the case file, which was just a notice of eviction. I said, that's not a case, I need everything. They said, we haven't got anything. Then she went away, come back 10 minutes later, and then had printed off some order of possession and something else that wasn't stamped, sealed or anything. And when I've rung the court asking for that claim number, they didn't know anything about that claim. I actually process served the courts last week as well for fraud on the court, because I've had nothing, and they've got no case file yet. They're telling me that they're coming. When I spoke to the lady who was really rude at Chancellor, I don't know if anyone's dealt with her, but she was really rude. She wouldn't give her name or anything, and she said that they are coming, they will be taking your house, so there's nothing you can do, basically. I process serving because of how they've acted, and then yesterday I actually did another DSAR to the bank, and I've process served it again. So I'm waiting for information, but they've not sent me anything. The bank has not replied once to anything.
But they've got 30 days to reply to a
Yeah, and they've had
DSAR.
3 years, they haven't replied once to anything.
And you sent 3 DSARs in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
You've sent 3?
Yeah.
So the bank, so you had a number of questions for the bank, and they're not replying?
Yeah.
They're not giving you the answers to the questions?
Yeah, so now their silence means that they've accepted, and I think it's because if they answer the questions, they will be exposing the fraud they're committing. And I think that's why, I think someone said it earlier, that the bank's solicitors won't take me to court. They always appoint someone, because if they go to court, they'll know that they can lose their licence through the fraud that they're committing.
Do you know anything about that, Toby?
Yeah.
So can you explain that a bit more?
But it's just taking liabilities, removing liability away from themselves.
So the bank don't want
Well,
any
because the banks don't lend money. They're just agents. They're facilitators. They're just like a broker.
Laura,
Right.
the bank's regulated by the...
So would you like to come and say something, Trevor? It'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be nice to listen to you. If you come over this side, because then I can. If you tell us, because you're dealing with cases as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so there was the FSA, that was then split into 2, and it became the FCA and the PRA, Prudential Regulatory Authority, which connects with Bank of England. And that is supposed to regulate banks. And as Gemma said, they could lose their licence. RBS is one of the worst for providing DSARs. There's other big cases like Clive May, Neil Mitchell. There's a lot of well-known cases. But the bit I wanted to come in with quickly, fraud is basically party A deceives party B. So for party A's gain, party B's loss, for the intended permanent loss of property, be it bricks, mortar, money, intellectual chattels. Now, with all fraud, you need to bring in the mens rea, which is the guilty mind, the actus rea, which is the guilty act. So that could be presenting documents, that sort of thing. And then the Ivy test, which look it up. But that took over from the deception test of Gauche. But what I wanted to read out here is, if you take what would come in, the 2 main bits would be the Fraud Act 2006 and the counterfeit...
Interfering with the mic. We've got some kind of interference. Let me see if that's better. Just leave that.
And the Forgery and Counterfeit Act 1981. Now, The important parts of that, with the Fraud Act, you've got Section 1, which is general definition and the offence of fraud. Section 2 is fraud by false representation. Now, I'm not saying this solicitors or law firms have done this, but to hear that